The plants that you harvest yourself are going to be better quality than the ones that you can buy in the store. You know where they came from. You put your own energy into them. You know the process of how they were harvested and dried. The best time to harvest nettles is in the spring when they're still young and tender, and you want them when they're anywhere from 2 or 3 inches tall to maybe about 8 inches tall. And you can just carefully pick them by pinching them off, or you can cut them with scissors. And I know elders who will go out and harvest without anything, just their bare hands, and they say that if you have really strong intention, you can harvest them without getting stung. They grow in forest areas, they grow in open fields, they're very, very common. And you want to be careful where you harvest them, so just make sure that the area hasn't been sprayed, it's not an agricultural area, or that it's right by a roadside, because they will pick up heavy metals. I like to harvest nettles in larger quantities for food because they get really tiny like spinach. And you can saute them or boil them or steam them. One of my favorite recipes is nettle pesto. I like to steam the nettles so that they're just cooked and then add walnuts or pine nuts or cashews even, and a little bit of olive oil and garlic and lemon juice and salt and pepper, and they make a really delicious spread. Later in the season, when nettles get taller, you can harvest them for tea or medicine, and before they flower is the best time to harvest them for medicine. They should still have really vibrant green leaves. And then later in the season, they'll start to get more of an army green and start to look a little bit tired, and at that point, they're not good for harvesting anymore. Nettles are a superfood. They're incredibly high in nutrients, in fact 29 times higher in calcium and 8 times higher in magnesium than spinach. They also have chlorophyll and iron and even protein. Nettles also support our eliminative function and just general detoxification in our body. So our kidneys are constantly filtering blood, and nettles are a diuretic. They help us to get rid of waste products, and they also support our liver in detoxification. So just by drinking nettle tea, you're balancing your blood pH. And many people find that they'll help back off their seasonal allergies and even arthritis. Some people sting themselves on purpose with nettles to help with arthritis or sore joints. The way that it works is the nettles are going to bring blood flow into the joint. Joints have really poor blood flow through them, and so it brings nutrients into the joint and helps carry waste products away. And I even know some elders who will dip their joints in cold water right after they sting themselves with nettles, and it's like hydrotherapy. It gives your whole joint a flush. The more you learn about and try nettles, the more the relationship grows. I grew up with nettles all around me, and I remember as a kid being stung by them, and then as a teenager I started eating them, and I started studying them in earnest as an adult and learned all the science behind them. And it's amazing that we just continue to discover new things all the time. I feel like nettles are an old friend where the friendship just gets better over time.